Okay, so her brother. Fix the world.
Fix the world.
Just
Pietro tells her, fix the world, just fucking do it.
Right.
So, she creates this whole reality where everybody gets absolutely everything that they want. Again, the Scarlet Witch created an entirely new world where everybody thought that everything was cool.
Yeah.
They thought this is like Wolverine goes in to a man's
things
house.
that didn't work out, those people are dead now.
Wolverine goes into a dude's house that used to be Xavier's school for gifted youngsters. He goes to a place and is like, how long have you lived here? He's like, 15 years. Like, you're at the wrong house. Okay? So,
There's no
she changed
school.
everything. She changed the reality of everything. Anyway. Oh my god. So,
They about to make a TV show about this lady?
Okay. So, this is the part we're gloss over, right? Because I'm basically only on the only like first 2 issues. But basically what happens from there is that Wolverine, Days of Futures Past style, he's the only one that knows what's going on. And he kind of gathers everybody together.
Just gotta tell people what's going on, Bob.
He tells them, this was happening. Claws.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't fix everything, but he gathers everybody together to this huge gala, this huge party that Magneto is having. I'm not sure why, but he's the president, who cares? And so he gathers everybody together and they get their fucking strike team to go in. And they basically just ambush the place. They just go in, they start fighting everybody, trying to get to Magneto because they don't know where he is. And then also, at this point in the story, they don't know that this was all Wanda Maximoff's fault. Mm-hmm. They don't know that she did this. Their only assumption is that Charles Xavier, the most powerful mutant on the planet, must have been manipulated by Magneto to alter everything. They don't put 2 and 2 together that like, oh, we all have perfect lives now. Like they didn't think about that. So, yeah, so they all rush in saying we got to rescue Charles Xavier, basically. We've got to go in, we got to rescue Charles Xavier. And so they go in, they have a big old fucking epic fight. It somehow comes to light that Pietro, Quicksilver fueled the fire here and made Scarlet Witch do all this stuff.
Yeah.
And Magneto crushes Pietro with a giant sentinel. For those of you that know comic books and know shit and have been paying attention, sentinels are giant robots meant to hunt down mutants.
Yeah.
So
you can see them in the movies.
You can see them in the movies. They are in Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
There's cooler versions in the comics, but that's a different conversation.
Those X-Men movies are wild.
So Magneto crushes his own son with a giant sentinel because he basically ruined everything.
Yeah.
And then Wanda. Okay. He crushes Quicksilver. Magneto starts screaming at Wanda. Wanda puts her hand out, covers Magneto's face so he cannot scream anymore. At the blink of an eye, it takes no effort. In the blink of an eye, she just kind of covers his face so he cannot scream anymore. Lifts the sentinel, puts her hand out, and just brings Pietro back to life. Like with nothing.
Wow.
It's like she blinked her eyes. Like she does not care.
Right,
She just
but
brings
this is
him
her
back.
reality we're
But this
talking
is her
about
reality.
already, yeah.
So basically, like I said in the very beginning, where she was in the tallest room of the tallest castle, whatever the quote from Shrek is.
Yeah.
The highest room of the tallest castle. I think that's what it is.
It's like Shrek. I hear it in there's one in Lord of the Rings too. There's one in something. It's always like in Lord of the Rings. I think it's like the highest room of the tallest tower in the lowest dungeon.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
What?
That sounds
She's at the
right.
top.
She's at the top. And she's basically just been up there playing with her twins from the very beginning. Those twins exist in this reality too.
Right.
She's up there having play dates with her twins the entire story. And everyone else knows of the president, Magneto, and they know that he has sons and daughters, and they know that the Scarlet Witch exists, or no, they know that Wanda Maximoff exists, and that she's a human. Actually, they don't know that she has any mutant powers, and she did that on purpose. She made like some projection of herself or whatever the fuck to like go be out in the world while she stayed in the tower and played with her kids all day. Anyway, so she covers Magneto's face so he cannot fucking yell at her anymore.
Right.
Brings Pietro back from the dead. Hawkeye shoots an arrow at her because there's a whole subplot where Hawkeye is really pissed off that she killed him. In the real universe, she killed him and Vision and Ant-Man. He's really pissed off. So he shoots her with an arrow, and she just does like a little swipe of her hand and turns his arrow into dust, and she heals her own wound, and all this shit is like super easy for her. She's like Omega level mutant. She's like fucking Dr. Manhattan, where like nothing matters at all.
Right. That's a great comparison.
It's like nothing matters to her whatsoever. This is her reality.
Yeah.
Right?
So how do we resolve this whole, like, what happens next?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Says, Daddy, Magneto, you've ruined everything. Me and Pietro, my brother, we tried to create a world where mutants could be happy. We were the dominant species. We were in charge of everything. You were the king of the whole goddamn world. Everything was great.
Right.
Yet, still, this human versus mutant argument continues to happen, and people still come and try to hurt us, the mutants. Like, you pretend that we're some sort of gods, that we're supposed to rule the entire world. We're not. We're a plague. We're a disease. We're the minority. We're these people that are just trying to do better or whatever. We're not supposed to be gods. That's not the way this is supposed to turn out.
Right.
No more fucking bullshit. No more of this.
Yeah.
No more mutants.
Yeah.
That's the line.
Okay.
No more mutants.
She says no more mutants?
She says no more mutants. 3 words. It's a profile to her side when you look at the panel. It's her to the side. The bubble's like regular size. The text is like kind of small, implying that she like kind of said it under her breath a little bit.
No more mutants.
No more mutants. And that's it. It wipes out, those 3 words wipe out all mutants in existence. Wipe out their abilities. Wipe out their mutant powers. Wipes them all out in the blink of an eye. And no more mutants are born for years. For years.
Yeah.
Maybe like, I don't know, 8 years or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly like how long the comics,
but it's
whatever.
done for a while.
But it's a while.
Yeah.
It's a while. So in 3 words, she fixes every fucked up thing that she just did. This like bullshit reality she just made. She fixes all that shit. And then she makes all the mutants that are not in a certain area because Doctor Strange created a protective aura.
Okay.
Good for him.
Yeah.
So like all the mutants that weren't in that protective aura, they all lost their mutant abilities.
Oh, but there are some.
But there are some. There are some. And so it was a way like out of like in the story, just like in real world terms, it was a way to like whittle down the X-Men roster because there's so many mutants, there's so many X-Men that it was a way to just whittle it down to like, let's just do the core team and then call it a day.
The DC people call it crisis level events.
So that's what they did. And there's a really heartbreaking scene where Emma Frost is like going around the Xavier school. He's going around there and it's chaos. Like they all lost their powers at one moment. Right.
So the school
there's
is somewhere
no more
else.
Mutants. So people are like, are we bad? Did we do bad? Is this a punishment? Like, is this a test? Like, what's going on?
Right.
Is it gonna come back? What's going on?
So she's like a god.
Hundreds of kids.
People ask these god level questions.
Yeah, hundreds of kids are like very upset about the fact that they just lost their powers. They were taken to this school because they're special, but now they're not special anymore. So like, what the fuck do they do? So that's basically the whole thing. Wanda Maximoff wipes
she's
out
got
an
these
entire
abilities
population
to like
of people.
change reality.
Yeah.
So that's why you think this trailer is showing that. There's like all
That
these
took
different
so long for me to
times.
get there.
No, it's cool. But like I had
that's
no
what's
context
in my
for that.
brain
Like
is
you
that,
said that at the beginning, like of the last episode, out of the gate, and I was like,
Right.
what does that mean?
Right. So like WandaVision. Okay, to like try to bring it home. WandaVision is Wanda Maximoff having a mental breakdown. Sound familiar? And she's trying to bring back Vision, who is dead. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
And have some sort of reality where everything is perfect. Sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
So what she's doing is creating this reality for herself where everything is just fine, and her and Vision live some sort of weird,
Happy, perfect life.
perfect
But things are
sitcom
wrong.
life that bounces through multiple eras.
There's like horror story kind of things in there too, because I watch these with subtitles. I watch everything. I watch everything with subtitles, unless it's comedy, by the way. So yeah, I watch it with subtitles. You hear all that extra cool stuff in movies and stuff, but they sometimes will give you the name of the character speaking, and one of them was Monica Rambeau.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Who are you?" And Monica's like, I don't know. And this last name is from Captain Marvel, right? She's that little girl.
Yeah.
From Captain Marvel. Now she's all grown up.
Yeah.
So, how does this tie in to like to House of M or anything? Do you know what is her
Monica
deal?
Rambeau is nowhere in House of M.
Okay.
Monica Rambeau is
She's a captain. She's a Ms. Marvel? Captain Marvel?
she
She's
was
Ms. Marvel,
a
right?
Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Wait. Damn. I feel like she might have been a Ms. Marvel. Man, it's hard. It's hard to remember. She's either Ms. Marvel or Captain Marvel. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm wondering if she like
okay, to
lives
go
in
back,
that
I feel
town,
like the
right?
way that it might have worked is that she was a Ms. Marvel while Carol Danvers was Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Because she has a
And then
completely
people
different
get-
costume.
right.
She has a different way of doing things. She has these like light powers where she can like move at light speed and like just it's comic book bullshit, folks. It's like where she can use light to do like all sorts of cool shit. Like that's what she does. And so like like her character was the daughter in the Captain Marvel movie that like helped her pick out her new color for her costume or whatever. Like it's supposed to be the same person. And so here's where the conundrum for me comes in. I know we talked about this before. Is one of two things are happening with Scarlet Witch in regards to like what I know about the comic, right? One of two things are happening. The entire show is happening in Wanda's head.
Yeah.
Right? She created some sort of universe. You know, she's created some sort of bubble reality.
Yeah.
Where
She's altered everything.
this is how it is. You know, this is how it is. Her and Vision are married, and then whenever she wants to change shit up, she can change it.
Yeah.
Right. The alternate is Monica Rambeau
Like
lives in
in
a
an actual town, right?
An actual
town.
An actual town, and she is manipulating everyone that's there to believe what she wants them to believe.
Right.
Because she totally has the power to do that. As we've discussed, she's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I wonder if she's messing with other people, because there's some characters in that trailer that seem like they themselves are losing their minds a little.
Right. So that's the thing it's a huge question mark for that show. Is like, is in her brain, is she manipulating people? Which one is it? Either way, this poor woman is having a fucking breakdown.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what to do with herself, so she's created this perfect world for herself. So who knows? But like Monica Rambeau, unless they give it to us like early on in the show, she don't fucking know Monica Rambeau.
No.
Why would she be there?
I don't know.
Why would Monica Rambeau be in this town?
All right, I want to shift
And
gears
Darcy.
to the Captain America trailer.
Captain America trailer.
Right?
Okay,
No.
okay.
I'm sorry. I call it that. 'Cause
Is that I know
there's
what you're talking about.
There's the cap music at the end. So the Falcon
Yeah.
Winter Soldier, them two grown dudes who got beat by a 15-year-old in a gas station. airport in Germany, right?
Yeah, airport
we
terminal.
thought they were worth making a show about. So
I don't know if you've been in a fight before, but there's not usually this much talking.
Yeah, well, in podcasts, there's only talking. So this is where Spider-Man should be, is doing podcasts, not taking pictures of himself. But I don't know how it pays. So there's this scene where a dude dressed like Captain America is on a football field. Is this just like a mascot? I know there's other people who have been Captain Americas. Who are all these, Captain America foils? Like, who could that guy be? Do you know any stories that, like, involve a person like that? Because they talk about, like, there's a history of this shield, and I thought Sam was going to get it, and I know that Bucky is usually Cap. And, it's like, he's America ready for a black Captain America? No, so it's going to be Bucky. That whole thing, right?
Right.
So, tell me about that.
Yeah,
Who
like,
is that guy?
Okay, so obviously as fans, obviously we're on the Avengers side, right? We've watched all these movies and shit. So we want
if
Bucky,
they're together, sure.
Yeah. We want Bucky or Sam Wilson, the Falcon, to be Captain America. That just makes the most sense to us.
Sure, right. And I thought Cap was like, it's your shield, bro. Like, I know you're not a super soldier, but maybe you can toss this huge Uncle Metal around.
Right. But it's obviously more complicated than that because
it was locked up at the beginning, yeah. Why doesn't he have the shield?
Right. The next show should have just been like Sam Wilson, the Falcon, holding the fucking shield, and that's the end of it. Like, he's the new Captain America.
Yeah.
But obviously it's more complicated than that. So basically, what you referenced kind of earlier is a Captain America running on to a football field.
Yeah,
right.
In the trailer,
Yeah,
it looks like it's like a
halftime
high school field, maybe, or college field. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
Not like an NFL
I don't know, but yeah,
game.
but he comes out at like a halftime show, and he is. What I gathered from that immediately is that he's Falcon and Bucky. They are not the Captain America. The government wants a different Captain America. They want their own Captain America that will do what they want, and that will that will carry out any missions that they want. And so what it reminded me of was the John Walker story. And John Walker.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
That's a good old-fashioned American name.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It's
John
Walker.
John Walker.
That man has got
swish him around in
a
your
wife and 1.5 kids. What is it? 1.5, 2.5? I don't remember. And a picket fence and a dog and all that shit.
Yeah.
He's got like a regular American life, John Walker.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
So he was a man that was given his powers by this dude called the Power Broker.
Okay.
He's basically like, I don't know. It's basically a Craigslist ad, bro. It's basically like this dude that's like, I can give you superpowers.
Yeah.
Like,
for the low
over
cost.
here and like, I don't know exactly how that shit went down. I don't know the story too well, but like, everybody wants their own Captain America.
Yeah.
That's a common thing in Marvel Comics, is that everybody wants to make
countries.
a new super soldier serum.
Yeah.
And so this guy,
because there's like a Russian one, right?
Right.
In the
Red
Black
Guardian.
Widow, in
the dude in
Black
Widow.
Yeah.
The guy that was what in Game of Thrones?
No. He's from Stranger Things.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
You're
Yeah.
talking about
The
Game of
sheriff,
Thrones.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the sheriff from fucking Stranger Things.
From Stranger Things, yeah.
From Game of Things.
Yep.
The sheriff from Game of Things.
Stranger Thrones.
Stranger Thrones. That guy is fucking Red Guardian, which is basically Russian Captain America.
Is
I
it
can't
the
give
same
you
thing?
much
They
past
tried to
that,
do a super
but
soldier. Okay.
it's the same old shit, man.
Yeah, I know he throws a shield in the
wants
thing.
a super soldier.
Yeah.
That's just the way that it is in Marvel Comics. It's happened countless times. Like, it's so exhausting. Like, Luke Cage started off from some sort of super soldier experiment.
Interesting.
It's a thing that's happened a billion times.
Yeah, and then Bruce Banner, right? There's some iterations where...
on some iterations, correct.
Right.
Yeah,
It's not...
some iterations. So, Anyway,
got you.
John Walker. Yeah, and so he goes by this name, Super Patriot. He basically wants to prove, because we're getting into like the 50s now, like the 1950s and the 60s.
Yeah.
And obviously Captain America was in the 40s. So like once that the World War II shit kind of died down, it was I don't know, the interest in Captain America was different.
Yes, right. Yeah, sales drop across the board.
Yeah.
I mean,
so basically the idea was with this character that he was gonna prove in the comics that he was gonna prove that Captain America was fucking old news, and he was young. He was, I've actually got a really good quote from the writer. Give me 1 second.
Yo, Devin, so like if you've seen Ant-Man 2, there's a line where they're like they give Louise the truth serum and they're like, yo, if you ask Louise a question, he's like a jukebox, like you have to let the whole song play.
Yeah.
And this is like usually where I am with Devin. Okay, I'm putting another point in.
You put some beers in me, bro, and I will just go.
Yep.
You gotta tell me to shut the fuck up. Because basically, I just go.
I'm here to learn things.
But like, okay, so there's a guy named Mark Grinwald.
Yeah.
That created this like we're talking about U.S. agent here, by the way. We've gotten a little off track, but like the guy that you see in the trailer and like the Super Bowl commercial looking thing is John Walker, U.S. agent. As far as I know, I've had no confirmation of this.
Yeah.
Actually, this is actually me just like going off.
Well, the uniform looks like that.
That's true.
Right? He's got the star in the top right.
That's true. He's got the star in the top right, and the stripes are kind of triangular in their orientation. Yes. I think it's U.S. agent John Walker. But anyway.
So like, okay.
Yeah.
You keep
so
going.
Mark Grinwald said that he wanted to create a character that embodied patriotism in a way that Captain America never could. He wanted a patriotic villain. Basically, he wanted to do the opposite of Steve Rogers. He wanted to make Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers is a poor northern urban boy. So he's gonna make a guy from rural Middle East in the South, right?
Okay.
So Cap is older. He's kind of like old news.
Well, yeah.
So he's gonna make a guy that's
when
young.
When you say Cap, you are talking about this man that was frozen.
Yeah.
For like
the
70
real Cap.
years. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, okay, so like Cap's kind of old news and whatever. So I'm gonna make this guy that he's kind of more of a young up and comer. Cap has these lofty ideals, and he's very like absolute in the way that he sees things. You know, kind of like Superman. Cap is very much Marvel Superman, very much, and all of his ideals and how perfect the world should be, right? And so
yeah, it's a very golden age Superman.
Yeah,
you know me, I love the Man of Steel.
Absolutely,
I think he's full of all kinds of different shades and dynamics, and that people don't read good Superman stories, and that Man of Steel is a glorious work of art. Okay.
All-Star Superman.
All-Star Superman's great.
It's
Last Days of Krypton's great. Last Son, what is it? Yeah. Last Son of Krypton.
And that's kind of the way that they approached the Captain America 1 movie. Is that we're like, you don't have to make a superhero like super like edgy and different and like why does he do these good things? You can just make a man good. If you make a man good, and the story is written well, people respond to it. You know, Captain America 1, Steve Rogers is good the whole way.
Yeah,
all the way.
Yep, it's not till right at the end of the third one. He's a true hero. Like,
right.
Ouch.
And it took us a while to get there. Yeah. Yep. Right. So
that's hurtful.
Yeah. So Captain America and Superman, they're on the same plane, bro.
Right.
Like they're the same thing. They're like the true American hero. They're the best a hero can be.
Hitler. I'm not sure if Superman has. I think Superman has punched Hitler too.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure there's plenty of like Vietnam War references and like
Wonder Woman's punched him.
There's probably all that stuff in there because comic books originally were basically American propaganda, essentially. Right. But anyway, yeah. So Cap's now old. He's kind of old news. So we're gonna make a guy like a real young up and comer. Cap has these lofty ideals of what America should be. So I'm gonna make Super Patriot, which is what John Walker. That's what he took. That's his superhero name or whatever. I'm gonna make him more realistic and pragmatic. So I put together his background and character traits by playing the opposite game. He just wanted to make him good, something you can relate to, but the opposite of Captain America at the same time.
Yeah.
And so that's what this trailer is basically doing.
So this guy is with them, like with Bucky.
No, he's the government guy. He's the guy that they decided should be the new Captain America. Right? They're the ones that decided, I guess they got they got their hands on the shield property. And they decided this should be the new dude.
Property. And Tony Stark is dead, and Captain America's gone, so how do you have a claim to the shield?
Right.
Yeah. Stark is like, my dad made that shield. It doesn't belong to you. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
So the government was like, fuck you. We're gonna make
it's ours, we're taking it.
Yeah,
I wonder how they
make
get it,
a new
they
Captain
brought
America.
it to him in that big 24-inch leather Zildjian fucking cymbal bag. Ride cymbal bag. Devin and I are both classically trained percussionists as well as nerds.
It's true.
But it very clearly is a cymbal bag.
Yeah.
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 That shield in.
So like some fun little like anecdotes or whatever from the comics was that this guy, Super Patriot, he actually fought Captain America for a while, but he was the most badass patriot ever. And he was basically putting on rallies showing that Captain America was like, it's the end. It's like an old-fashioned ideal. Like, we can't follow this guy anymore. And so he started having new rallies, or whatever. He tried to promote himself basically by having fucking like stage show rallies, which is like such an old-fashioned idea. And then he had people come up and attack him, pretending to be Steve Rogers enthusiasts. And then he would beat the shit out of him.
Wow, okay.
Showing how great he was in combat and how inferior the Steve Rogers fucking regime. Like, fuck all that. I'm the new guy. I'm Super Patriot. Captain America can die.
Yeah. So these are all different people. U.S. Agent, Super Patriot, like all
Super Patriot and U.S. Agent are the same person.
Okay. I'm with you. All right, sweet.
Yeah. So Super Patriot then like I don't know where do I go from here.
I don't know. You're telling me a wonderful story.
Oh yeah. So like the U.S. government decides that they want a new Captain America. They say that Nick Fury would be a solid choice.
Right.
Because he would.
Sure.
Right.
But he's comfy.
Yeah.
I know this story.
You know.
Yeah.
Yep. So he's a SHIELD agent. He rules he rules more than the U.S. government does in a way. SHIELD is its own entity.
Yeah.
Like he can do whatever he wants.
And they do that in the MCU, it feels like.
He can do whatever he wants, man. Early on, I was shocked when they decided to destroy SHIELD. That's a whole nother story, but like, goddamn.
That's why that's
one of the reasons that Winter Soldier was incredible.
It's the best one, man, out of all those.
They were like, SHIELD rules everything. Fuck SHIELD. We'll destroy it.
And
that
I think
was
that's
crazy.
the one where he fights in the elevator, and he also like escapes SHIELD. Yeah. All that, dude. All that.
So all that was incredible.
All that.
But anyway. Yeah, so they say that like it would be a good decision to make Nick Fury the new Captain America. And then they say no, he's got a comfy job at SHIELD. Like there's no other way that he would accept because he's above accept like he doesn't have to accept an offer from the President of the United States. Like fuck that. He's Nick Fury. So then they say, okay, well we'll take Sam Wilson, the Falcon. We'll make him the new Captain America.
Right.
And they say no, because I don't think that America is ready for a black Captain America.
Yeah. It makes Endgame really significant. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because eventually they decide that's exactly what we should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll work, man. It's fine.
Yeah. So
Sam Wilson's cool.
Sam
You
Wilson's
don't
cool.
have to swing a shield around to be Captain America. I think you can fly around. Little black birdie. Swooping through all the things.
Yeah, so that's that. So then they decide that they should make what's his face? Fucking John Walker be the new Captain America. And so John Walker becomes the new Captain America. He does his shit for a long time. And then, to catch up to common times, Steve Rogers gets unfrozen out of the fucking ice.
Yes,
and
right.
Steve Rogers comes back as the true Captain America. And here we are as the Avengers and as Captain America. And blah, 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 blah.
All right.
So we get rid of him.
We're going to wrap up soon, but I want to switch gears really quick to Loki. Just tell me about the TVA.
The TVA.
Yeah.
Okay, so we see in the trailer, Loki is in some sort of like prison jumpsuit looking thing.
Yeah. Starts
With-
out
with-
from Endgame with that big like Hulk bust through thing, so it's memorable. I think
Right.
they did it on purpose.
And he's got his Tesseract thing, it's the same thing. And he's
Yeah.
like, zoop, and he disappears and he's got the Tesseract. Excellent. So like, oh my God, my legs. Okay.
Because the whole thing is like clearly he's traveling through time. Like there's this DB Cooper thing at the end, and I don't know the story too well, except that it was like someone stole a bunch of money, jumped out of a plane, they never found that guy ever.
That's basically it.
Yeah. So and he's like talking to Heimdall, and he says brother and disappears. So like clearly, you know, something's weird. But the space stone only makes you travel through space.
Correct.
So like, what's the TVA facility? Like, who are these people? How does this play in? Do you think? Or is it one of those things that's just like, yeah, I have no idea.
It's not okay. It's not necessarily like a I don't have any idea, but it's more of like a I don't know where they're gonna go with it, because the TVA is a organization that like they're time cops, bro. They're time cops.
Yeah,
They're gonna get you.
like the Legends
Okay.
of Tomorrow in their first season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're time cops, dude. If you fuck with the timeline, if you do anything that makes any sort of branching reality, which is really what Endgame kind of said, was that like
Yeah.
Endgame
They
was
have a
like
visual
you don't have to
there.
worry about the future you're gonna create because it's just gonna be like it's just gonna be a branching reality. Like, who cares? You know, it'll just be another reality. And the TVA deals with that shit. And it took me a while to ingest it, but like I'm excited about like they're gonna shit on Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, the things that you did by messing with everything, it isn't just like hunky dory and everything's fine. Like
Yeah,
it's
we
bad.
gotta
You messed up the timeline big
And also
time.
Doctor Strange too. They tell him like taking the stone, like doing this is gonna have serious repercussions, like turning back time.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, the What If series. This is a series that has run for a while, right?
Yeah,
It's
in
like
the
a
comics,
comic
yeah.
series that they adapted.
I a little bit more about the TVA though, in that, like the TVA is supposed to be like time cops, but they're basically supposed to be SHIELD for time, but they actually aren't very good, and that's part of their like representation in comics and shit is that they don't really do a good job. They're kind of just like scraping along. They think they're great, but they're not. Because one of the greatest villains in all of Marvel Comics is Kang the Conqueror, who his whole thing is that he zips around time all the time.
Yeah, we're gonna do Kang the Conqueror. We need to have Devin back on and talk about some other things. I do want to say before we go, the What If series has Chadwick Boseman's voice in there, and they're gonna be doing a bunch of weird stories where they take like MCU stuff and just put a quick spin on it. So we're definitely gonna have Devin back and do this whole bunch. I really appreciate having you, man. That's all for this one. Till our paths cross.